Hello everybody, welcome back to Succeed with Omid. Today we're going to be talking about digestion and some exercises to help with it. Now, before I actually get into the live exercises, what I want to say is your intestines, your kidneys, your liver, all of the stuff that helps with this digestive thing, and actually helping us lose weight, by the way, they don't really have a lot of natural pumps. Your esophagus will actually push the food down to your stomach, but there's really not a lot of actual muscular contraction in the organs themselves. It really does take some movement of the actual muscles in the obliques, lower back, abdominals, the intercostals, all those muscles to spur the food along. And when we don't twist very well, the spine starts to get stuck in one place, and then we start moving all as one unit. This food kind of gets stuck in there. We need to shake it up, jostle it around, get some health into our lower abdominals. So these two movements are really going to help you with any of this kind of stuff. They're also an assessment that I use to see if there's any pain in your spine. In which there is, you need to go see a chiropractor or a physiotherapist or an orthopedic surgeon or anybody that can help you get any type of discs back into place. So if you find pain, stop the exercise, go find pro help. Otherwise, stay tuned. I'll show you 2 different exercises that'll really help you get some nice, sexy abs, better digestion, get rid of IBS, anything like that, all right? So this first one I learned, it's called the Feldenkrais hip roll. But what should happen as we walk is there's this kind of opposing, left leg, right hand movement. What happens for a lot of people, though, is when the hip starts to really get into big extension, their shoulder starts to move with them, which is a lack of rotation. So the goal of this exercise is actually find where your tightness is as your hip gets straighter and straighter and straighter, eventually rolls you over. How I teach this to people is we're going to do about 20 repetitions. This arm's up out of the way just in case we can make it all the way to roll. This one's just kind of relaxed. And I'm really just going to lift this hip one vertebra at a time until I can roll all the way over about 20 different times. So the first time, I just push my foot down a little bit, lift the hip, and everything stays relaxed. I come back down. Then I'm going to lift the hip and just a few of the lumbar vertebrae, and then back down. And same thing. And at some point in time, what I normally see is the trainers, people start to move this shoulder with the hip, and I just cue them to relax. I also see a lot of people starting to move their head prematurely. I just tell them to relax here. But eventually what happens, after about 15, 20 of these guys, people might not even be able to lift the hip the first time, by the way. Because if I just completely relax, using very, very little effort, eventually I have this hip extension part down. Now if you have tight quads, tight hip flexor, tight iliacus, or just a weak butt, even getting this position is pretty tough. But then all you have to do is just keep going. I'm not lifting this arm up, it's just going to follow me. Only from the hip, and then through. If you want to try and reverse this, the same thing happens. I lift up, I pull. It's only from the hip. That's the only thing really working here, and everything else is just kind of following along. It's not working and pulling me through. So I'm going to show you 2 variations of this one, but the legs are the same in both. Hips at 90 degrees, knees at 90 degrees. The idea we're going for, guys, is to be able to kind of relax the body as much as possible. If your stomach is held too tight, right, that rib cage, ab, six-pack thing that kind of compresses our organs too much, we really can't breathe and digest very well. So it's important to have enough relaxation to let stuff, goo around down here. But first what we're going to do is we're just going to address the neck and the upper back. A lot of times what happens, especially when we're checking our blind spot, we tend to turn a little too hard. And we start to get that golf ball size knot back here, start to get tight jaws, TMJ will start to come from this, really nasty shoulder positions and impingements and stuff. So all I'm going to do is just take these 2 fingers, I'm going to come to the opposite side of my temple, and I'm going to let my body go limp. And I'm just going to very gently start to look backwards. I'm actually turning my eyes that way. And again, I'm going to do 20 of these, and I'm going to build up. Think one bone at a time. First the skull, then C1, then C1, C2, then C2, C3. If the shoulder and the elbow want to move, let them. You're not trying to fight your body here. You're just trying to move a little bit. About 20 repetitions or until you feel that you can't breathe and there's pain. Okay? Those two rules will guide you through a lot of stuff with this. And at some point you'll start to notice my leg wants to move with me. I'm going to really exaggerate that so people will start to do this. When the leg moves, you've gone too far. Once you get really comfortable with that, think of this more as meditative than anything else. But once you get comfortable with that, you can bring the hand straight on the other one. And what you're going to do is you're going to slide those same fingers along the bottom hand, breathing in, trying to look behind yourself. And then all the way back through, sliding through. Breathe in on the way back, breathe out on the way forward. Here's my last caveat for this, is that at some point in time, the elbow can't get any further because of pain or this leg move and you've gone too far. You want to really work into this being a very relaxed position. Coming back through. Again, if you can't breathe, it's too far. If it hurts, you've gone too far and you got to go see somebody about some form of orthopedic correction here, okay? A lot of people really think that to lose weight, it's purely just calories in, calories out, but that's one piece of the equation, right? It's a big piece. But if your engine doesn't work in your car, I don't care about the fuel you put into there. Your MPGs are just going to be way off. It's the same thing with your digestive system too. These exercises will help you out, but remember, you really want to look for the ease involved in this, not overworking for some stuff. You don't want digestion to be hard work. You want it to be nice and relaxed, and you want the spine to be super healthy. It's worth noting again, if your spine is actually unhealthy, you're going to be trying to force yourself through this movement. Remember those two rules. If you can't breathe comfortably, it's too much. And if it's painful, you've either moved too far or you have something orthopedically going on you got to go get some help for, okay? But that's all the information I have for you guys today. As always, have a happy and healthy rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.